Hi, this is Tracy DeVette from tracydevet.com, and that's spelled with a W, not a V. Hi, so today I'm going to talk about the difference between the risk factors of getting panic attacks as opposed to anxiety. So if you want to find the difference between the two, please look at my other video where I explain the difference between panic attacks and anxiety. You can have one without the other. You don't have to have them both, and you can have either. So the risk factors that you can get for panic attacks and anxiety are very, very similar. And there is a school of thought that some research has been done that there may be a genetic predisposition. But I'm going to discount that because nothing has actually been concretely proved. People with the genetic predisposition don't necessarily go on to have panic attacks and anxiety. And there are people without the genetic predisposition that have panic attacks and anxiety. So it seems to indicate that it's more about environment rather than what you're born with. So when we're born, we have to learn a lot of stuff very, very quickly. So your early learning years have the most significant impact on how your personality develops and what your behavior will be like when you are older. And this is one of the risk factors for developing anxiety or panic attacks, because if you were brought up in a stressful, high anxiety household where you had to do and say what you've been told, where it was very important for you to fit in and do things to please others, you can actually grow up with anxiety and have developed a lot of fears and phobias along the way. So if you find as an adult you're suffering from OCD, you're suffering with overthinking, procrastination, you have that constant negative talk in your head, you self-sabotage what you're doing because you are scared of failure. You could be very highly functioning, actually. You could be extremely good at what you do, but in the end it does wear you down because it is stressful. So this can be going on the back of your mind all the time, and it actually wears out your natural resources. But also anxiety or prolonged anxiety is not very good for us as humans. So other risk factors could be things like drinking alcohol, taking drugs, even side effects from medication that you may be prescribed or taking over-the-counter medications. Some people have problems just with strong painkillers. It could even be the medication that you've been prescribed for anxiety or depression might be making your anxiety or panic attack symptoms worse. You could also get it from having a long-term health issue like a life-limiting disease or long-term chronic pain or symptoms. You could also have it from just being from a stressful background or experiencing or witnessing trauma as a child or as an adult. If you've ever heard of post-traumatic stress syndrome or disorder, that's also part of this panic attack and anxiety class of disorders. You could have another mental health disorder such as depression that could predispose you to having worse panic attacks or worse anxiety. And a lot of these things are learned. So if they're learned, the great news is that you can actually change where that part of the brain, or change those emotional attachments to those memories that are having an impact on your mental health today. And the way that I do it personally is I use different, sort of a hybrid of different techniques, psychological techniques, hypnotherapy, neuro-linguistic programming. All of these can, and different techniques within these procedures or these approaches to get the subconscious to change the way it behaves and acts based on all this information that it's accumulated over your lifetime. And typically we see results within one session. Most people are done with it within 3 to 4 sessions, because by then the results are so significant they feel comfortable to go off into the future on their own, and they're well able to meet life head on. And yeah, the results can be absolutely life-changing and amazing. So if anything I've said in this video has resonated with you and you'd like to discuss it further, please book a call with me by clicking on the link above or below, depending on which platform you're watching me. But once you click it, you should get to a Calendly booking link where you can book the call with me, and I get back to you, and we have 45 minutes call where we can dive into the problems that you want some help with and see whether I'm a good fit to helping you and if we should take it any further. Thanks so much for watching. Please watch my other videos on anxiety, panic attacks, and the like. They're all YouTube videos, or you could find them on my Facebook page at Tracy DeVette. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is Tracy from tracydevette.com.